6:49, some breaking news just into our newsroom this morning. Police in San Diego have now arrested a suspect in the case of a homeless man who was set on fire earlier this week. Police say the 26-year-old apparently lured the victim into his truck on Sunday, doused him with a flammable liquid, and then lit the man on fire. Now, the victim is not expected to live. Police say they have not yet figured out any motive for the crime.
Hi again and good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Lisa Bedeau here with Kyle Bosch. We're starting our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. And we're following a developing story for you out of Grand Forks at UND, where $21 million in budget cuts are in the works. Yeah,
the state has mandated that agencies trim their own budgets to help make up for a $1 billion state budget shortfall. Now, UND officials released their plans yesterday. They call for job cuts in some departments. Cuts are also planned for some college programs, including the sign language and music therapy programs among those targeted. Now, athletics has already announced that it is cutting men's baseball and golf programs.
As of now, the cuts are just recommendations. Interim UND President Ed Schaefer has 1 week to make a final decision.
Well, this is not fun stuff, and the president said that all along, and he's absolutely right. All of us who've gone through this has been not easy decisions.
Schaefer will listen to comments regarding all of this at a public forum tomorrow afternoon from 1 to 3 at UND's Memorial Union.
6:51 now, time for weather and traffic on the ones. We start with meteorologist Lisa Green, and grab the umbrella on the way out the door.
Yeah, it's an umbrella kind of day and a gloomy one. We've got cloud cover across much of the region. There's some places up north where things are looking a little brighter, but a gray day, and in addition to that, we've got some rain showers working their way through. Not as impressive as they were looking last night or through the overnight hours. We're starting to see some of this dwindle down just a bit. Can't rule out, though, a rain shower passing by through the day today and this morning. The heaviest one in southeastern parts of Clay County right now, with some light rain in the FM Metro. Back over to Lakes Country too, and some scattered light rain showers stretching up even toward the Devil's Lake area here this morning. This is all part of a band that's going to just kind of hang around, and with that we'll have off and on chances for some scattered rain and some cloud cover today. 47 degrees in Fargo, 44 in Grand Forks. A mild start. 36 degrees though in Roseau, a little cooler there where we've seen some partly cloudy skies. And a look outside in Fargo shows some wet roadways, gray skies. We have that chance for rain off and on throughout the day. We may see fewer rain showers out there through the afternoon and into the evening hours before things finally wind down. High temperatures in the upper 50s and wind becoming southeasterly. And in addition to that, it should be picking up into the teens to about 20 miles per hour today. So kind of gloomy, but this rain is good. We've been telling you all morning. It's good to help the growing season get going here. 58 degrees in Fargo for your high for tomorrow, warming up another 10 degrees to 68 degrees for your high. And in addition to that, we'll see those rain showers end and some sunshine. Thursday, Friday, things dry out, partly cloudy, 60s, and we approach 70 degrees for the weekend. Let's check in with Al for an update on traffic.
Lisa, just made the loop down to Cheyenne Street in West Fargo, and let me tell you something. Cheyenne Street traffic northbound is absolutely bumper to bumper. Pretty busy southbound as well, but northbound is really something very, very busy out there. Pull back out onto the interstate. I'm eastbound now on Interstate 94, just approaching the 9th Street / Vets Boulevard area. Lots of traffic out here. Westbound I-94, really busy. Eastbound is fairly active as well. There's some congestion, as you would expect, around the ramps. Make sure you're driving extra carefully today, and please get those lights on so that we can see you. Al Ahmed, Valley Today traffic.
6:53, and we have new information this morning on a deadly train accident in Wadena, Minnesota. Police have now released the name of the teenager killed over the weekend in that crash. 15-year-old Stacy Hundeby of Wadena was struck and killed by a train Saturday night. Her dog was also killed. Investigators are still trying to figure out exactly what happened.
We also have new information on a deadly crash near Cass Lake, Minnesota. State troopers say 46-year-old Dallas Boswell of Bemidji was struck and killed while walking on Highway 2 Sunday night. The crash happened just before 10 p.m. State Patrol says the driver of the car involved was not hurt. The cause of the crash remains under investigation. Grand Forks police tell us overnight that they are still looking for help in locating a missing man.
Robert Murphy was last seen on March 3rd, and his family is concerned about his welfare. This is a picture of Robert up on your TV screen right now. If you do have any information about him, you're asked to call Grand Forks Police or your local law enforcement. We're following some developing details for you on a man arrested after a fight with police over the weekend. 24-year-old Logan Marks of West Fargo has now been charged with simple assault on a peace officer, disarming or attempting to disarm law enforcement, preventing arrest, and criminal mischief.
Police say Marks was fighting with them at the Fargo Holiday Inn early Sunday morning. He allegedly kicked an officer and tried to take an officer's gun. You'll need to pack your patience when driving on 13th Avenue in Fargo near West Acres this summer. That area is going to be rebuilt between 38th and 44th Streets. That's the area from just east of Kohl's and Denny's to the West Acres Mall.
Work is set to start on Thursday. Now, 13th Avenue will remain open throughout the project, but only with one lane in each direction. The $9 million project is designed to cut down on congestion and crashes by providing 6 lanes for traffic. The work goes through the end of October. Well, there are a few more construction projects that could be you could be running into on the roads. We want to give you a heads up about. Starting tomorrow, NP Avenue in downtown Fargo is going to be closed to through traffic between Broadway and Robert Street. That's part of the downtown fire station renovation, and the detour will be in place for about a month. Cars will be sent to Main and First Avenues North.
And don't forget, the railroad crossing at 20th Street and 30th Avenue South in Moorhead is shutting down today and will be closed until June 11th for improvements. Village Green Boulevard to the east of the intersection will be closed during construction. All other directions will remain open to traffic.
There is also some work getting started on I-29 north of Fargo. The project runs between Argusville and Gardner. Crews are working on the southbound lanes this summer. Now, the full project is set to start next week or the first week of May, weather dependent. Traffic during the full project will be shifted to the northbound lanes. That project goes until November. The first exports of North Dakota oil headed to Europe are expected to arrive there later this week. The exportation of Bakken crude is beginning just 4 months after Congress lifted a 40-year-old ban on transporting oil overseas.
Hess Corporation says 175,000 barrels of Bakken crude was loaded in Louisiana and is being transported to a European refinery. The NFL Network is coming to Fargo for Draft Day next week to wait with the fans who'll be watching to see what happens to former NDSU quarterback Carson Wentz.
Herd and Horns Bar near the NDSU campus has announced the NFL Network will be doing live shots from there during the draft on April 28th. Now, they're hoping to fill the place with green and gold and say they'll fit as many tables and chairs as the fire marshal will allow.
And be sure to stay with us as well. Valley News Live all next week as our sports director Beth Houle will be in Chicago for all of your draft coverage. What drink is your favorite to sip on during the summer?
Or maybe you're looking for something new for your Carson Wentz draft party next week. Well, you've got a chance to learn a little bit about wine, spirits, and beer at 99 Bottles in Moorhead. That is where we find the Valley Today's Christy Larson this morning.
Good morning, guys. Well, I know you said it. No matter if it's going to be a draft party, maybe it's going to be some drinks for a graduation, maybe it's just going to be something to sip on your deck this summer. They have it all kind of here, but I wanted to start with Tom Thiel because you guys have your wine class tonight. A lot of more classes to come as well.
Yep. Gene Taylor, the sommelier in Fargo, is going to be doing our class, Wine 101, tonight. And I think it should be fantastic. If you want to learn a little more about wine, you want to be able to learn how to blind taste wine, tonight's the night to be here.
And then you guys also have a really cool spring sipper this Thursday. So what goes on this Thursday?
It's our largest tasting event of the year. 106 items will be open. We don't suggest you try them all, but there will be something for everyone as long as you're 21 years old.
And it will be kind of that time, too, when you can kind of taste test some of those that you see on the shelves. You don't know what they're about.
Absolutely. It's a great time to try some new things, expand your palate a little bit, and just to, find that perfect product that you maybe never thought you'd actually want to buy, but it's a good chance to try it.
And then other classes go on here, too. You guys have beer classes, you guys have spirit classes. I mean, so many different things, and it really is about kind of learning about what you're putting in.
Absolutely. It's the education. I mean, I think that you can walk in, there's plenty of liquor stores in the area you can walk into, but I think here there's really the depth of knowledge, and we're just trying to expand that for people, so there's just so much to appreciate. There really is.
ValleyNewsLive.com. Click on our hot button to find out more information about tonight's classes. And Kyle and Lisa, I think I know where we're going this Thursday at 5 p.m. It's going to be that spring sipper.
Yeah, it sounds like a date.
It can be overwhelming, too. And like you said, if you get a chance to try something and know where to start.
Yeah, I'm scared of trying new things. obviously. Christy Larson reporting live for us. Thank you, Christy. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Today's question: what is the most obnoxious thing an iPhone user can do? I think, in fairness, it could be an Android phone user as well.
Just keeping those keyboard clicks on. That is totally annoying.
Constant, like,
Just
yes.
all the time. The rain, hey, it's not that annoying because it is
No.
greening things up out there.
Yeah, and eventually it will be going away. Later today, we'll start to see things wind down, and tomorrow looks like a better day. And with temperatures in the 60s, it should feel pretty good too.
Very nice. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. More local news and weather right here in 25 minutes.
Have a great Tuesday, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning.